Hello and welcome to Penhale. We are back mining again today. We are having another look at Gravel Hill Mine, which unusually is an iron mine. So there's not many iron mines in Cornwall, and this one has some very special geology behind it. We have actually looked here before in a previous video. We actually went diving in this water here right behind me, which unfortunately didn't actually go that far. But in today's video, we're going to be going further up into the hills behind, where there's some mine shafts there which used to be very close to the old military base. There used to be Penhale Army Camp, used to be right behind me here in the dunes. And we've heard that there's some old military junk chucked down some of the shafts there. So we're going to go and have a look at that now and see what we can find. So this is the lower part of the mine, which is where we've actually been on a previous video. We actually went diving in this water here. I was told it was really deep, and it turns out that it wasn't actually that deep. But yeah, there's a video of that on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description if you want to see that one. And then these are the two adits, which is the lower adit and the top adit, which unfortunately are locked at the moment, so we're not going to be able to go in them. But luckily, there is still one other way into the mine.
Gravel Hill Mine, also known as Penhale Iron Mine, dates back as early as 1724, when it was worked from the exposed outcrops of iron ore on the cliff face above the beach. By the 1860s, it had various mine buildings up on top of the cliff, with a steam engine and multiple shafts and inclines which followed the iron ore deep underground. Output slowed by the late 1880s, and there is little information available about this mine after then, suggesting that it was likely abandoned around this time.
So this shaft right here is part of the old upper workings, and I think it did originally connect to the adits down on the beach. What they've done is, this was a big void space here, and you can just see to the side of it that they've been using this as a dumping ground basically. So any old unwanted material has all gone down the shaft. So it'll be interesting to see what's at the bottom. I haven't actually been down this one yet, so this is a first for us. And yeah, we're going to kit up now and go see what's at the bottom. Can you remember which way around it goes?
Well, it says here, look, there's a picture.
Right, that's the others all down now, so I'm going to get kit up and join them.
We slowly descend the steep incline shaft, which has been partially backfilled with sand, only leaving a small narrow gap at the top for us to fit through. To the sides is various items of junk that have been thrown down over the years, and we have to be careful not to dislodge anything that could slip down and hit someone below or partially block the way back out.
Okay, so we're only part way down here at the moment, just getting towards the bottom of where we came in. You can just see daylight there behind us, and you can already see some of this bits and pieces here that have been thrown down the shaft. So we're going to have a look at these bits and pieces now, see if we can spot anything military related, and then we're going to go down to the rest of them, which are down there. Hey guys! How about this for an ammunition tin? Someone's had a good bit of target practice with that one, by the look of things. Old ammunition box, absolutely riddled. Look at that. See all this sand in here. So what have we got here? This is definitely some old boxes, military remains of some description. So it says on it mines, ATM, I think that's anti-tank mines, Mark 7. So yeah, that's some other information there. They're fused number 5s, Mark 1s. And the GD1253 is probably the date. So these probably date from 1953. You can see there, gun cotton dry GC primer maybe? Not entirely sure. And that must be the end of the box there. You can see how again it says mines, and that little rope would have probably been the carry handle for it. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So there's definitely some military remains down here amongst all this other junk. Just a maze of backfilled shafts here. So we come into a bit of a chamber area. There's just loads of other holes going to the surface which have all been filled back in at some point. There's a slide if anyone wants to go on it.
Come down it because you would see the footprints going up it otherwise, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. All sorts of stuff. So there's some interesting geology going on in here. It's an interesting part of the world. See all the sand coming in there.
What's this?
What is it?
I don't know, it's just a bit sparkly.
I think that's iron ore. I think that's the mineral that they crush to get the good stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look. You can see someone's been chiseling away here at the quartz, where the quartz meets the rock. Look at all that. Some proper sparkly stuff going on there. Some good little samples, no doubt.
Well, they've probably been going for it here, haven't they?
Yeah. I reckon this is a potential way up.
You've got a suit on, I've got trousers on, I'll just be covered in sand.
Oh, it's a bit narrow. It's a bit on the narrow side. But it does go. So we're thinking this probably still goes to the surface with all this sand coming in. We're about to find out. Been capped, look.
Oh no, concrete?
Yeah, there's a concrete mine cap on it. Not very far up at all. Probably not all that long ago. But yeah, that one's been capped. Are you ready? We'll see if we can get some speed. Probably not. Whee! Ooh, mind your head. Oh, there's a rock in my backside. Again, see if you can find any goodies.
There's nothing there.
Are you sure? Oh, there's some nice dead stacked up. Look at that.
Ah, this is where I was said to come down.
Ah, we're back. We're back where we started. Gone right round in a circle. Right, so this little bit here, this is the little bit that most people miss. This is a very narrow little crawl, but it does lead onward to another little interesting section. God, it's got a smell here now of chemicals, or probably what was in these bins. Oh yeah, bit of a smell to it. That's an old parachute flare, I believe. And then what else have we got? All kinds of bits and pieces here. Oh, look at that, look. That's a container for something. Not entirely sure. Unfortunately the writing's gone a bit too much on that to be able to read. Definitely had something in it. Some old bottles, not very old though, and various other metal bits and pieces. Oh, look what we got here, look. So that is an old ammunition box, and you can just make out the writing on there. That says 7.62 millimeter ball L2A2. So these rounds are actually post-war. So this is a box of ammunition which would be after they started using after they stopped using 303, they went to 7.62. So yeah, that's a post-war ammunition box. probably from maybe the 50s or the 60s, something like that. So yeah, not wartime, but still quite old. Don't think this rock here is particularly good. If you look there, this entire piece of the tunnel side is just ready to like peel off. That really doesn't look very good at all. It's not going to be very long before that falls in, and it makes you wonder how strong the rest of this place is really. Don't think it's all that great a rock. Probably best not to hang around here too long. So this leads to another dead end, unfortunately. All filled back in with sand, so this one must have gone to the surface. And there's another shaft right here as well, which again at some point was fully open and has now been totally backfilled with sand. We've got either down or up. Slightly different rock up here again. Have a look up here. Oh, look at that. Perfect little man trap in the floor. Ah, to a dead end. That was worthwhile. Quite amazed this place. Be quite easy to get lost and disorientated down here. Everything kind of looks the same. Little rabbit warren of tunnels.
There you go.
And that seems to think it does. I take it you've looked down the really big one, Nat, before going down the little tight crawl.
This is a dead end.
Ah, that's a shame. I'll have to go down the one which is really nice, which you could stand up in. Good bit. Yeah, everything in here seems to be go to a dead end. Absolutely nothing here. You must have ran out of good stuff. See how the rock has changed? The rock has changed from like the browny irony ground to this shaly, non-ore bearing ground. So we think all of this was actually dug by hand, because instead of drill holes, there's these little square-shaped chisel marks. You see how? I think this has all been dug with a pick, I think. See the little shelf?
Someone's put their lungs here, I expect.
Pasty hole. Pasty storage facility.
See the seam running up through there.
Yeah, it's really good.
There's something there and they chased it. You can really see where they've widened this bit of the tunnel right out by hand, just by hacking away at it with small hand pick implements. You see all the little marks they've left behind. Very cool. Right, gonna squeeze down through now to the lower bit. Oh. So we're assuming at this point that the mine used to continue down in this direction, but it's completely and utterly filled with material. Oh look, this one's got some writing on too. What's this say on it? This is full of cartridges. I think this is full of flares originally. It says something cartridge, 1-inch signal green in 9 boxes, number and a lot. And that's probably the date, CY163. I'd have thought that's the date. Yeah, it is interesting ground here. I mean, you can really see the iron in the ground. It's a strange ground compared to the other mines we go in. Probably quite delicate. We'll pick it up anyway. So that is an old flare tripwire, it says. Very cool. We'll put that there for other people to see when they come down here. Pinzo, have you been making sandcastles?
No, that was Matt.
Good effort.
I don't want to disturb it.
I think it's quite good.
I think that's quite proud of it.
Should we go and dig that out? Yeah, let's dig that out. See it? Worth having a look at this because it might still have some writing on it, you never know. Obviously been here a while. Right, just dragged this box out Not entirely sure what kind of ammunition box that is, but definitely would have had something good in it. Empty, unfortunately, and the writing is all gone, so not entirely sure what that would have once held. Right, I think that's this one fully explored now. Not a lot more we can see down here, so we're going to make our way back up to the surface. You comfortable there, Nat? Found a little comfy spot to wait. Tom's up there climbing up, and we're going to get our harnesses and that back on and join him. Right, we're all back up the top now, and yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and we will catch you again soon for more videos. Thank you to Nat and Tom for coming along, and yeah, catch you again soon.